Okay, class, now we're going to play with creating a camera with a null object so that we can move around and do some pans and zooms in After Effects. So the very first thing we have to do is figure out which layer that we want to work with or which composition layer we want to work with, and we want to put the camera or the layer in the composition. And I'm here on layer 13, and if I play this one, I have it where
Oh,
Timmy
can I ever repay?
is so excited. His house was just rebuilt, and we're going to zoom in on Timmy's face. He's so excited. His house was just rebuilt. And then we're going to zoom back out to everybody else and seeing the house and everything else. So to do that, we're going to go down into the composition, which is layer 12 right here, and I'm going to double click on that so it opens up the composition layer. And I still have my two views open, and if you forgot how to do that, I can go ahead and close one of these views. Let's close. Okay, so here I'm with just a single screen. I want us to have two screens, so go ahead and do the view option right here in the application toolbar. Go ahead, make sure that you have the composition selected first, and then do view. Do new viewer, and now it will give us our master comp over here and the one we're working on over here, because this will be the one we're down into. From here, we want to add the camera layer and the null layer. To do that, we come up here to the very top and we do layer, new, camera is the very first one. 35 millimeter will work just fine. I pretty much stay with the rest of the stuff that's just defaulted and say okay. And it will put in, it doesn't affect with 2D layers. I'm going to just say okay. We're going to create a null layer that is 3D, but we are also going to make all of our layers 3D. This is the 3D object here, and we're going to just make sure that everything is 3D. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do layer and new, and we're going to create a null object. The null object we're going to drag below the camera, and your null object, the very first one you create, will be null object 1. Mine is null object 6 because I've created 6 cameras so far. And to get the camera to connect to the null object, I use this little, oh, it looks like a at symbol really, but it's not. And you just click and hold and it puts it in here. Now, if you want to use this drop down here, you can actually associate the camera with any one of the objects in the list here. So pig 2 and pig 1. So now that I have that, I have my object, I can go down into it and work with the transitions associated with that object. And if I make things smaller, okay, it zooms in, and so now I can see the little pig. I got him about the size I want him, but I need to click the stopwatch to get my little keyframe started there. And then from there, I'm going to move over just a hair. Actually, I'm going to have to move these both over because I'm way into this further than I want it to be, because at 232 is where he starts talking. So I have to look at 232. And so I should be able to move it over just a hair and then put this back at 100%. And so then it zooms back out. So that's just a simple way to zoom in and out.